Namaskaram everyone. So somebody is asking about the basic Bhairav Sadhana because I've created so many videos of Bhairav and Kalbhairav specifically. So I guess it's natural that somebody has put a comment. However, so this video, let me just talk a little bit about what I know, how you can get into Bhairav Sadhana. So first of all, just to explain my own journey, because you may not have watched all my videos, the specific video where I am highlighting my journey into Bhairav, a form of Bhairav Sadhana, and then the Bhairav energies and all that I got attuned to. This happened because I started listening to the kalbhairavashtakam on loop, because Sadhguru mentioned that Sadhguru and released 5 chants at one point, Vairagya chants they are called. And he said, take one chant and listen to it on loop. Now these chants did not include kalbhairavashtakam, but I just happened to really like the Isha's version of kalbhairavashtakam and I started listening to it on loop. So if you want to know how this happened, you can watch this particular video, which talks about how this whole journey into Kalbhairav Bhakti started. And so I think one of the very basic things that can be done is to just listen to any of the bhajans which are available for Bhairav, Kal Bhairav, or any other Bhairav form that you are getting attracted to. For Kal Bhairav, there is the Ashtakam, which is Kashi specific, but there are other Kal Bhairavs also. And there is the Bhairav chalisa, which I have been listening to in the past few weeks. That is also nice and it does leave an impact. There are a few multiple versions of Bhairav chalisa, so you can check whatever appeals to you and how it's going with your being. I think those are the basic ones. There are a lot of others also, like for example, there is this 108 Batuk Bhairav names on Shri Kumar's video, and I'll put the link to this in the description. You can check that out. There are other 108 name videos also and all. I personally am very cautious and I don't randomly go and listen to anything. Bhairav Chalisa I started because Rajarshi Nandi mentioned in one of his videos, and this Batuk Bhairav 108 names is being put up by Shri Kumar, whom I also trust to some extent, and that is why I was listening to it. So coming to the next step of sadhana, if you really want to get into Nam Japa and all those kind of Bhairav sadhanas which are available, then I think Rajarshi Nandi has some WhatsApp groups where he is conducting these kind of sadhanas. So I think that is a reasonably good option. I personally am not doing it because I wasn't too comfortable with it. See, what kind of sadhana you choose should depend completely on what feels comfortable to you as a being, depending on your past understandings, past karma, habits, background, all that stuff. At the end of the day, you should be really comfortable and your faith should be there in whatever little practice you are taking up as a beginner. And I am personally not comfortable due to a lot of my past. Specifically, I have very clearly mentioned I am a jain by birth. And so I have certain tendencies and thinking process. I can't simply get into this. Rajarshi Nandi being a tantric, it is really not a very, I am not at all comfortable getting into that. The other person is Shri Kumar. He has some WhatsApp groups where he's doing Ganpati Nama Japa, but he often creates content around Batuk Bhairav and Bhairav forms, and his Ishtadevta is Karopan Swami, who he says is the who he considers the Amsha of Kal Bhairav. So there are also some Bhairav Bhakti may be available. You can check it out. Maybe just message him. He does respond. Or if he just and this is, I think, something that Sadhguru has been talking about from a very long time, which has also ingrained into me. If you're looking for a guru or a deity worship or specific deity worship, whatever it is, and you don't have a means to do it right in front of you, then the best way is to intensify that longing within yourself, and eventually it will get addressed. You will find your way. One of the things Shri Kumar has said, that even if you did the Ganpati Bhakti, definitely he will help you find your way. So if you have an intense longing for Bhairav sadhana but you don't have any guru or means to get into it, if you have any other deity, your family Kul Devta or any other already worship happening, you could do that and then kind of that longing within yourself will also get addressed, and that those deities may help you also to find your way to this, assuming that is correct for you at this point of time. I personally, in terms of the sadhana I am doing, largely falls under Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudeva and what he has prescribed. He will be consecrating a kalbhairav at some point. We are just waiting for when that happens. So I'm sure some sadhana processes will come from there. Currently there is linga bhairavi devi, who is basically the consort of Bhairav. So a lot of her sadhana has been given by Sadhguru. So if that makes sense, that is also an option. I was not too much into Devi sadhana, but after this whole Bhairav thing happened and I became open to it, and then I have found a way to Bhairavi, and I kind of, the two things are going having an interesting dynamics within myself. Like Bhairav already has his energies and those dynamics going on, and then a little bit of Bhairavi sadhana, and things are falling in place into my life. So slowly one thing I will say is that these journeys with deities are very, very personal, and it has its own flow. It is like a river, it's not a logical mind just wants to go straight. Like if you map point A to B, it will draw a straight line and it wants to go there. But in reality, the way the river flows, the way the actual road goes, depending on the contour of the terrain and all that stuff, lot of practical reasons are there. The road will meander here and there. I think that is how a life journey also goes. So it is okay, there is a longing to do a certain sadhana. Just I would say, instead of forcing yourself towards something, just check the flow of things and go accordingly. Eventually, anyway, if it is correct for you, it will definitely find its way. That's my overall feeling. Like for me, for example, because I am Jain, there are basically two Jain Bhairav forms, which is Nakoda Bhairav, which is Nakoda Shweta Bhairav, and there is Nakoda Kal Bhairav. Now there will obviously be some mantras are there, like even just near the Murti there are these little pamphlet thingies with some mantras written. There are artis for Nakoda Bhairav which are available on YouTube also. So for me, that is a particular path which if I want to take, I could. I have not even taken that because it is not clear also, because there is a little bit of a complication there, like because in Jains these kind of demigods or devtas are more for material well-being. I am purely at a spiritual thirst level, so I don't know how this will work. I need to talk to some Jain monks in that case and understand, and I don't know how that will go. So I have not done anything on that front also, but that path exists for me because I come from such a background. You figure out how it is for you. Maybe figure out your Kul Devta Devis and see if there is a Bhairav connection over there, or some family deities or something that's already happening in your family or your larger family, and there are Bhairav connections there. Then maybe go to that Bhairav first and then kind of take it from there. That's also an option. Like maybe if there is some powerful Devi who is already being worshipped within your family, most of these Devis have a Ganpati and a Bhairav associated with them. So you could go and approach that Bhairav first and then see how it goes from there. That's another option. So again, make it a very individual and personal journey. Ideally, don't go with some rote methods. I think that will be best. Namaskaram. Hope this helps.